Hello and welcome to the Vector Garden YouTube channel. My name is Monika, and in this video I'm going to talk about how to move strokes around the path. And we're going to build this design, and I've inspired to build this design by an old David Bowie concert poster which had this in the background. I've linked that in the comments so you can take a look at it. And I have actually built this as multiple strokes applied to one path, which you can see in the appearance panel. But in order to make that work, you have to fiddle around and find the right values for it, and it's depending on luck slightly. So we're going to build it differently, and I'm just using multiple paths to do it. So let's start with this path, and I'm just drawing the next one like so. And then let's apply color to it. Let's make this one in a blue color, and the other one is already in orange. And I'm going to make it thicker, and you see it has already dashes applied. So let's take a look at them. And I'm going into the stroke panel. Let's go to Window, Stroke to open it. And let's go into the options. And you see this setting here has a short dash and a short gap, and then a short dash again, which is these two, and then a longer gap. And that makes this design. But we're going to make it differently, and let's just delete these and make this 12 point like so. And the dashes setting, I'm going to use this one, which uses the exact values I input. When you use the other setting, they are distributed evenly along that path, which requires even more luck to make it work. So let's use this one. And the setting is okay like this. And let's just take care of the next one. And it has this applied by default as well. So let's make it like so. And we need to fit it in a way that it falls into the gaps of the first one. So let's go into it like so. So that's working. And there's already a slight irregularity, which is okay because it's in our template already. So it's like so. Now, when I want to get it into the gaps of the other one, I can just rotate this object. If you want to do this based on effects, you can go to Effect, Distort and Transform, and apply the transform effect and just rotate it so that this one works. Now the next thing we want to do is the irregular distance, and that irregular distance can be achieved by, there are different thoughts you can have around it. So you can of course apply the Rathan effect, which will do, when you have this kind of stroke, what the Rathan effect will do is create like this, and this will of course move the dashes differently along that path, but it will also rotate them, which we cannot use. So that approach does not fit our needs. We can do a different one. And to demonstrate it, I will use a solid stroke as well. And let's just take the width tool. And with the width tool, we can create different widths of our stroke. And this will also work with dashes, of course. But in addition, we can also move the stroke around. When you press the Alt key, you can get the stroke like this. So the stroke is on one side of the path and then on the other one, which is just what we need in this case. And now that we have this wavy stroke, we can also save it in here and just save it as a profile. And just to demonstrate it, I'm going to turn on the dashes, and that's how it looks, and that's just what we want. So select these two and just go down here and apply that. That's fine. It just needs to be wider, so let's apply it slightly wider, like so. That's fine. So let's take a look at the irregularity. You see, there are some irregular shapes in it. So how do we do that? Now let's take a look at the appearance panel again. This is the wrong one. The appearance panel, like so. And there we have the stroke. And what we can now do is apply Effect, Path, Outline Stroke. It needs to be in here and it needs to be applied first. And then we go to Effect, Distort and Transform, Roughen. We had that already. And what we have seen already was this one. But now we just move it down here after the outline stroke, and there it creates our irregularities. And we can just go in there and change the detail it creates. It just needs to create a slight irregularity and maybe make it smooth or make corners just as you like it. And of course you can edit the size to whatever you like. And that's how you create this design. Happy creating! If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.